Hey, how's it going everybody? This is Drasis here, and what I got for you guys today is pretty much all the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance figures by Funko and Netflix. Just real quick, before I ramble too much, I just want to pretty much lay out the shipping of how the time estimate and everything went for these figures. Essentially, what had happened was we got the Hunter first, pretty early as well. It was like a 2-day shipping. But some of these were pushed back to early mid-October and then back to like mid-December or mid-September, and then we got the notification that they weren't coming in until like October 1st and 2nd, and now it is September 30th and I have all the figures that we ordered. So Hunter, Aughra, D, Rion, and Hup. And so very, very weird shipping estimates on these figures. Especially considering we ended up pre-ordering these, and so like I say for most figures, don't even bother pre-ordering, just wait for the initial release date, because chances are you're not even going to get them in time anyways. I emailed Funko and they were like, oh haha, we're going to ignore you. But anyways, you guys, I just wanted to address that. Now what I'm going to start with is pretty much a size comparison between the Hunter and all of the other figures, because what we have here is Aughra size comparison. There we go. Almost a little bit bigger, a little bit taller and standing than Aughra. So there we go. These are all scaled to size, by the way. I said in the Hunter video, I mentioned that. So they definitely are scaled to size. Hunter versus D in terms of sizing. Let's see. And I have no where to put these, so Hunter and Rion in sizing comparison, and then Hunter and Hup. So there we go. Hup is pretty much the size of his calf, or his entire leg. That's that's funny, I think. So let me move all this stuff out of the way, and then we'll get into our next unboxing of the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Funko Netflix figures. So pretty much we're going to start with Aughra. So I said it in the Hunter video. Sorry if you guys are getting the focus sound. Alright. I said in the Aughra video, I was wondering if they were going to have the same backing cards, and yeah, they all had the same Skeksis Chamberlain backing card. So, you know, nothing new on this. It's just showing you all the same models, pretty much. Let me try to get that focused in a little better. Alright, so yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in that the backing cards are all the same. I was hoping they would do a 2-character, but obviously not. But what can you expect? These things were like $10, $11, $12. Anyways, let's get into the actual unboxing. So I showed you guys in the Hunter, but didn't give a like full-on look. So how I open these blister packs on the backing cards, pretty much what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut from the top, cut from the side, and then cut from the bottom up until that edge, just to create a door, pretty much, so that way you can slide the figure out, slide it back in, and then put it all back into the display if you're into just displaying these in the original box. So like I said, you can use really whatever you have, so long as it's sharp. I have an X-Acto knife, just a general tool at hand for me, so, you know, there we go. Oh, Don't cut your hands off while doing this, by the way. So, let's get, if I can find that. There we go. Alright. Now, let me just get under that. Perfect. Alright. So, now that that's open, I'll show you guys what I do. What I do is pretty much create a fold right along this line, and I just put pressure on the back, pressure on the sides, kind of bend it. Perfect. I might not be able to do this for all of them. My accuracy rate with this isn't all too great. So anyways, there we go. That looks perfect, and like I was saying, we can just go ahead, slide the figure out just like that. Alright, so I like using these kind of as like a display stand. Alrighty, there we go. Let's see if I can refocus here. Perfect. Alright, so initial look at Aughra. She comes in this plastic, and then here, your standard zip tie. I hate these things, by the way. These aren't. Let's pull that out. Perfect. Let's get rid of that. Yep. So, initial look, she's very detailed. I'm going to tell you right now, initial looking at most of these figures, they didn't put that much love into some of these figures as they did the Hunter or Aughra from what I'm seeing on her. Hunter's just really well made, and from what I'm seeing, Aughra is too, but the other ones not so much. So let's see, and we'll get into that when we actually get to those unboxings, but I should have them up all within 1 to 2 days. No, here it is, all the way back here. Oh, goodbye, Aughra. I'll put it right there. So yeah, she comes with her cane or staff, whatever you want to call it. It's extremely hard to get out if you don't have nails, such as myself. There we go. Oh, and the tape just rips anyways. Perfect. So yeah, just pop that out. There we go, finally. So yeah, let's take a closer look. Alright, there we go. So yeah, if you look at her closely, she's actually really well detailed. Her cape's really nice. That looks really good in terms of paint quality. Yeah, there's your general overview. And so her paint is actually really nice. If you take a look at that face, her color palette's a pretty good choice in terms of Aughra. So let me try to get that focused in. There we go. Yeah. So all throughout, her missing eye, perfect. Her hair is just a basic gray all throughout. Those horns she has, not much detail or weathering now that I'm looking at it. Like I was saying, I think you're going to get the same color palette throughout all the figures. You're not going to get much shading, weathering, anything like that. So let's take a look. Yep, same fingernail color. Fingernails are the same color as the hands and face. Yeah, you're going to get the same palette of color throughout. That's weird. They made the shape of her feet, but not the actual feet. That's kind of funny, I think. There's your serial number. Yeah. So in terms of color palette, not much to work with here. But I still like how she looks. She's, you know, with minimal color, she actually is detailed quite nicely. The swirls in her hair, in terms of worry lines and everything, it looks pretty good. Let's check out this cane real quick. Alright, so her cane, the only accessory she has is this. So let's see, can't really get that balance, it's so small, but yep. just basic brown. That's it. That's all you're getting. Yeah, she's all right in terms of accessories. But let's check something out. Let's check out her. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, let's check out her articulation real quick, because I don't think you're going to get much considering this cape. But, oh, if you look at that, the cape kind of moves off of the arms. Wondering if it, oh, cape comes off. That's cool. Alright, so pretty much you just drape it over her arms. That's how the cape works. And then it kind of folds into her. Yeah. And then kind of fold it. You guys can't see it, but there's actual, like, right here at the belt, there's a line that you kind of fold the cape under. But yeah, you get, you know, basic up and down rotation with that hand. It doesn't, at the wrist, it doesn't move back or forward or anything like that. You get the same amount of rotation on this hand. The body itself, it's articulated at the torso, but it's very stiff. I don't want to play with that too much, because it's just super stiff at the torso right at this belt. The actual head, let me see. The actual head isn't articulated, it's just at the torso. Okay, that's a strange choice. But yeah, yeah, articulation in these two hands, and then just at the torso. No articulation within the actual head itself. So, you know, not much to really review on that. Let's actually go ahead and put this on, her staff or cane. Let's see how well it fits into the hands. It's alright. This right hand, it doesn't really sit in there all that great. Yeah, it just, there you go. It just fell to the ground. So yeah, the right hand, it doesn't really fit in too well. Let's try the left. I'm kind of worried about this, honestly. There we go. Let's see here. So what if I just squeeze that in? Nope, I don't think I'm going to get much with that either. So yeah, the actual staff itself just loosely sits on there. There's not much to hold on to, but you know, that's just how it is, I guess. You know, for 10, 11 bucks, that's what you're gonna get. Now, it doesn't look bad at all. I'm just really disappointed that she can't actually hold her staff that great. It sucks for displaying, so when you put her back into the blister pack, it's not really going to display that well, which is disappointing. But yeah, you know, articulation, so-so. Actual accessory, you know, it would be great if it actually worked with her. In terms of hand feel, you know, this is all hard plastic. Hands are hard plastic as well. This cape is rubber. You know, it's like this weird rubber stuff. Super thin, but you know, it's a nice looking figure. I'll give it that. But let's see. Now, before I actually tell you, you know, is it going to stand? Is it not? I can promise you it's going to stand just because of how flat it is on the bottom. So, yeah. Oh yeah. She stands. Obviously, she's just super flat on the bottom. Let me bring you guys down for a second. Yeah, she stands. Yeah. She definitely does. Alright guys, like I said, with that comparison in the beginning of the Hunter, she stands like just slightly smaller than the Hunter. Let me show you. She stands slightly shorter. So yeah, there you go. She's about one head size short. So yeah. What you're going to notice throughout all these figures, like I said in the beginning of the video, Funko put a lot of time and effort into the Hunter. in comparison, I think, to the rest of the actual figures like D, Hup, and the rest of them. But, you know, that's good considering he's my favorite character. Um, anyways, yeah. Overall, guys, this is Mother Aughra is definitely a figure you should look into. I know her articulation isn't that great. Her actual accessory doesn't sit in too well. But she looks nice. So if you're going to be displaying this outside of the box, then there should be no problem. She's a good looking figure, especially if you're into dark crystal and you don't want to pay the 200 some odd dollars for the original like 90s print figures. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about Aughra. She looks good. Articulation, not that great. Actual accessory holding, it's even less than the articulation itself. So, anyways, let me get her back into the box. Alright, so it really sucks that her figure doesn't hold on to the accessory, because I like displaying them at like full potential inside of the box, but it's not really giving me much of an option. I think that it's just gonna fall right out as soon as I put it in, but I might be wrong. We'll see. Okay, luckily for me, her staff pushes right against the actual box, so there we go. Yeah, overall she looks good. She definitely looks good. Yeah, so with that pushing, I have to tape the backing card down. But, yeah, I would recommend buying her just for the fact that she looks good. You're going to have scratching along the blister pack. I had the same issue with Hunter, that the actual blister pack itself has these small, tiny scratches all over the surface of them. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this review or are expecting more for the rest of the figures, go ahead and leave a like. Please subscribe. It helps us out a lot. Anyways, I hope you guys have a nice day.